Hey everybody, welcome to this run video for Divine Ifrit. I'm Mark from the Crystal Chronicles, your Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia podcast, coming to you live on Twitch and YouTube every Thursday night, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Mino and I breaking down all your DFFOO news and talk, including Divine Ifrit, including C90, including Ultimate Weapons, including whatever we feel like talking about. Because that's how talk shows and podcasts work. Well, hey, if you want, please like, sub, ring the bell for notifications, and consider becoming a member for some exclusive videos, emotes, badges, priority chatting, some special Discord channels as well. Hook your Discord up to YouTube if you become a member. It's only 99 cents. Great way to support our good work. Divine Ifrit, this is my no synergy, no BT plus, no friend, no problem, no ultimate weapon, no C90 run. If you're not familiar with the fight, really at the end of the day, they just want you to allow Ifrit to take turns. If you try to no-turn him, he does have some threshold attacks, so he will do damage. That little orb, or that little ball of fire, which has its own orb, will tick down eventually, so you'll just have to deal with that and power him up a little bit. And then he gets the orb, and his orb, really, there's several ways to deal with the Ifrit's actual orb. Wind damage is one of them. Basically Sid's off-turn damage is one of them, I believe. And then, of course, just allowing him to have turns is the best way to do it. So that's what I went. I went through a team that let him have turns. So I used Orin, Core, two of my favorites, and two great combo there. The two of them work really well together. Any tank here, any newer tank, Snow, Zac, also really good. Bosch, potentially, if you surround him with some other good people, could be a great option for this as well. I don't know if Celeste would be a good option. I think he does a lot of physical attacks, but of course all the fire attacks and the ice damage she would do would be great. I don't think I've seen a Fujin run yet, but Blue Jin would be great here. Get that wind damage up. But I brought Lena just because she's a good support for Core and Orin, but also because she does prevent debuffs, and Ifrit does do debuffs as well. He also has that buff, and so he is regenerating. So if you were playing a little bit smarter than I was and wanted to do it a little bit quicker, bring some dispel, calls, because I'm letting him take turns. The debuff calls I brought, not really the most ideal calls in the game. So bringing debuff calls would have been fine. If you don't have the kind of healing that I have, you want to bring some healing calls as well. But yeah, the debuffs, or just have debuff calls. Like if I had Ferris, which I don't, that would be a great, because she would dispel and then just hold debuffs on the enemy. So because those are not framed, so you can push them off. And at some point in the fight, I do push them off. There's just a lot of different ways to approach this fight, but I wanted to approach it by actually giving the boss turns, learning a little bit about the mechanics, although because it's garbage time, he was not threatening me. Here, the orb's going to pop here in a second. After Orin takes a turn, that orb, the little orb's orb, the ball of fire, his orb's going to pop. You see he becomes a little bit more intense, and then Ultimate Ifrit or Divine Ifrit gets his orb. And it starts fairly low, so that really does mean you want to give him in turns, but he doesn't frame his turns, so the only person that can delay him would be Kistis at this point. And again, you don't really want to delay him unless you're doing constant. I think that off-turn damage, or from Sid, I think that's really like the only person that hits that orb. I'm not sure, and I'd have to look into it a little bit more. And also the earth damage, or the wind damage, excuse me. Null, of course, is the wind damage, and I guess Sid wind damage too. So yeah, they really want you to rely on your C90 synergy, and obviously if you have Null, beat green Null, if he's the one you're investing in, he's going to be great here. Giving him an ultimate weapon, he's going to be great. If you want to use Sid's going to be great here too as well. I mean, Sid is actually kind of a cool character. I did not upload my pull video for Sid. I just did 200 tickets and missed, so it's not usually the most exciting videos to upload, so I usually don't do that. That's why everybody thinks I'm so lucky, because I don't often just the boring 200 tickets and I missed videos. Now if I pity something, that's a little bit more exciting. People like that, but if I spent like 1,000 tickets, that would be great. But yeah, 100, 200 tickets, that's not worth it to me to upload. But you see, again, this fight's fairly straightforward, as most of the fights are. But yeah, you can bring a lot of big damage. You can bring your C90 characters. You can bring your BT Plus characters. I did not bring a friend even because, again, these three are really just doing their job. And so it's amount of buff upkeep, buff management. Now, I do screw up here towards the end, I think. This is my blind run, so I really hadn't looked at the mechanics of the fight. Besides, I looked at the orb and said, oh, they want me to give it turns, so let's bring a team that will give it turns. My plan was to pop Shiva and then use all of Core's special attacks. Really didn't need to do that, but that wouldn't have dealt with the orb. It wouldn't have ticked down the orb, so that was the idea behind that. I don't end up doing that because I needed to pop the orb, I feel. I just popped the orb because this was stupid. I think I popped the orb because I didn't want Kurasame debuff, or I didn't want the debuffs to expire. Jack and Kurasame's debuffs were on, and so that's why I popped the summon Shiva there. So, yeah. And again, if you're using debuffs like Jack and Kurasame, and you're trying to give the boss turns, you got to be a little bit more careful with that. I mean, obviously it's fine. It didn't hurt me. I think something in 40 some turns. The turn count is 70. Like, seriously, like it's not really that big of a deal. It is fun seeing like 100,000, 200,000 damage. Like after, Machina's doing 2.5 million each HP attack. But that's okay. It's good to deviate from the thing. So let me know who you used. If you're having trouble with this, come on our Discord. We have an entire section of our Discord devoted to help. And we also have a thread for every single, within the help channel, we have a thread for every single Lufania Plus, all the different clears, lots of different things. This is a TCC Extreme Challenge. I guess we do kind of have that outstanding. No BT, no Synergy, no BT Plus, maybe no Friend Unit. I'm not sure if that's Extreme, but this is the Extreme. I'm pretty sure the Extreme Challenge, maybe I do have it in here, or not. What what the Extreme Challenge actually is. Where's my TCC thing here? Yeah, here we go. The Extreme Challenge is no BT or BT Plus, friend BT, and attacks are okay. So no boosted, no BT Plus, no BTs, and no friends. So that's Super Challenge. Super BT or Super TCC Challenge Plus. Jin Lee called me out. He said, well, you still use blue armor. So I guess the next strategy will be no Synergy, no BT, no BT Plus, no C90, no ultimate weapon, no friend unit, no blue armor, and then they'll be like, well, then you should use Chocobo yourself, and then you'll use that, and you're like, well, then you shouldn't summon at all, and then you should only use 2 characters, and then you should only use EX pluses. Jin Lee. He's just like that. Check out my good friend Jin Lee on the YouTube as well. He's always doing fun runs, and part of the Fireside Chat, so I think they have an episode coming up. Make sure to check that. I always check that out once a month. Our good friends Lids87, Arrest Foina 40, the Broadway Saiyan, and Jin Lee. Talking Devo. And so many more. So let me know how you did. Good luck on all your polls. Hope if you were going for any of these 4 characters, you got them. They're fun. But until next time, friends. See ya.